Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Dovikin Dragonborn on commentary, and this is going to be a very long video. It is going to be 55 minutes, and the reason why it's going to take this long is because I was debating whether I should cut it and have 20 minutes of part 1 for this and then another 20 minutes of part 2, and I realized that I just wanted to do all this in one video, and God, I'm so lucky that I can do it in 55 minutes, especially since recovering the Elder Scroll where we're at right now, what you see that we're in this ice cave. It is a pretty very long way to go. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy hearing me on commentary. I will stick with you guys from right now until the very end. And while we're at the subject, once we reach 49 minutes and 41 seconds, there will be a quick fast forward. I will explain when we get closer for the reason for that. So guys, right now the Dragonborn is on his way, and we see a couple of beds and a loot, but I decided not to take it because of course the item capacity, you do want to carry stuff that is very important. So I guess we're see I thought that was a chest and it wasn't really a chest. And so another thing guys, I don't know if you guys have heard, but there is going to be an Elder Scroll Online, and I wanted to, oh hold on, got a Kajet. Where is it? I know where you're trying to keep. No, there's got to be more skooma. Shut up, don't mind me. Jahar, you hide it. You always try to steal it from me. So that was pretty cool. We saw Kajet. He was passing by and it looked like he was talking to somebody. We don't really know who, but in a little bit we're going to find out once we reach that path. So, and another thing guys to expect mostly in this video, there are going to be a lot of those damn dual mer spiders, and a lot of battles will take place. Do keep in mind that I did use mostly flames, the spells. Of course, there are other ways to take them out faster, but like you'll see during the whole video, I'll be using flames and the sword. So here we go right off the bat. Now we start a battle with a dwarven spider, and we're gonna go ahead and take him out. So you see, like I just said guys, now it begins. The flames come out and we destroyed him, and of course I am going to take that. And so yeah, I saw the Elder Scrolls Online, and I do believe it's from Morrowind. I hope I'm saying that right. And it is of course MMO. It is multiplayer only. And my opinions on that guys, since we are on the 22nd of April, and of course it was a trailer, they released the trailer. I'm not really looking forward to it, to be honest with you. I want a next Elder Scrolls, the continuation of course of what you're seeing, part 5 Skyrim. I want a part 6, and I don't know guys, what if anybody out there's watching, like what do you guys think? Like if any of you guys out there reach to this part, I know I'm brand new, but let me know what you guys think of that. So the block increased to 33, and taking out the spider, and not much really going on here. So we're gonna continue. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we are going to see that Khajiit that we saw a little earlier. Chadar. Who is this brother? Another of the smooth skins looking for food. But this one was entrapped with us. No. What was that? Okay, so it looks like he spotted the Dragonborn, or rather herd. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out my shouts, and I did pick up that ice form. If you guys did see my previous video, you will see that I did kill that dragon, and I unlocked that shout, and will freeze our enemies. So he spotted me, and there it is, guys. Look at how awesome that shout was. It froze him. A little tip: if you don't attack them right away, if they're still frozen, they will stay frozen. And but like for like I think a small amount of time, like 20-30 seconds if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, that was a really good attack. Tell you what, you start running so I can stab you in the back. I'm gonna run away from you. The Dragonborn is afraid of no one, especially some pet cat. So heavy armor increased to 34. I'm using my flames. Man, he's getting some pretty good chops in there. So now I'm going to be able to level up. And oh my god, that was super close. But luckily we have that healing spell. Alright, let's go Dragonborn. Let's take him out. Keep using that block. Nice. Let's go ahead and cut him up. Will be so much easier to rob when you're dead. One-handed increased to 49. So I'm gonna have to look out for that one-handed, you know, increase its stats to make it more effective. You know, every time I swing that sword, it will do more damage. And so I'm looking at my menu, and let's see what the Dragonborn decides to do. Heal up a little bit. And guys, I want to take a minute to explain what happens here. So I used a scroll, set undead up to level 30. And right here, I tried to bring back that dead Khajet, but you see there it failed. Oh, and we took the cat out. And yeah, it would have been awesome if that scroll would have worked on him, but I guess it didn't, so but it's okay. Moving on. On my next videos, guys, I will make sure to bring back the dead so all of you can see that. So moving on, we finally killed Jadar, that's his name, and we're gonna take that cure poison. Those potions are very, very effective, especially when you have like some kind of disease or something. In part 18, ladies and gentlemen, if you saw it, I appreciate it. If you saw the whole video, that's awesome. But at the end, going back to when I was saying when I killed that dragon, I was able to absorb his soul, and I did unlock that freeze through him. So a little bit earlier I wanted to tell you guys, but then I had to talk about taking out that cat. So moving on, we still have quite a few to go. And right here we have our first Dwarven spear. And so the spear resisted ice. So we're gonna have to take note that not to use ice against this enemy because he resists it. So I think fire. See, is it fire? Yeah, fire breath. That is much more effective, but I guess I stick to unrelenting force because I love how you can just shove the enemies back. Super cool. So right now I'm healing up, trying to avoid this Dwarven spear. My light armor increased to 28. I'm not gonna lie, guys, he was a hard enemy to kill. And man, I can't wait for you guys. If you guys stick with this video, there will be another brutal enemy. He's kind of similar to like this guy, and it'll be exciting to watch. So gotta heal up, gotta be careful. The Dovahkiin's gotta stay alive because he needs to recover that Elder Scroll. And here we go. Oh, got a nice attack, but I got the best attack, counter attack back at him. So we're gonna go ahead and take some arrows, and of course, weakness to magic discovered. So I'm gonna take note not to eat that. So going back to our quest, there is something up there, guys. You see that thing going up? Go ahead and get on top of it. And once you get on top of it, jump to the next one, and then jump again. And I think there should be a chest. So, okay, so that was a fail. So I'm gonna go ahead and try again. Okay, so we're up. Okay, we got the second. Now to get to the third, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump. And we got drought, plenty healing, dwarven metal ingot. I'm gonna go ahead and take that. For those that are into the smithing, those ingots are really useful. And I'm not gonna take that because of my weight, and I'm fine. Of course, with the heavy armor and so on. So let's continue. Let's see what happens next. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I am very excited because my goal is to stick to commentary until the very end, which would be 55 minutes. If I can stay on commentary for that long, then I believe this will be a very awesome accomplishment. And I succeeded far more than what I thought I would do, because honestly, I thought 30 minutes was really long, or 40 minutes was real long. But 55 minutes, man. So you see here, guys, I wasn't really smart. I was using my flames, and you saw that pressure. Yeah, guys, be careful. When you get to this part, you don't want to do that. And we're going to go ahead and heal up. So you see the flames, I mean, it's not too effective against those enemies, but it does get the job done, especially in my case. So if any of you folks out there are in my case, remember to use the shield and then switch on back to flames, and of course stick to the sword, because I love using the sword. So we got a gate notice. I'm not even going to try it because I know I'm going to waste a couple of lockpicks, excuse me. Alright, so I'm checking out the map, and we're not even close, ladies and gentlemen. But there it is, recover the Elder Scrolls. And we are going to continue a little bit more on ahead, and hopefully we will get halfway through our journey. So I'm gonna go ahead and check out the chest because I was more curious. Okay, so we got a couple of good things. Ooh, we even got a magic ring. So, see what the Dovahkiin does. Oh, that was beautiful. Did you guys see that? I used my flames and exploded in the background. And I think it hurt the spider a little bit. I'm not too sure if it actually did damage to him, but I think it did because we took him out pretty good. Pretty fast. So you can see his health. Destruction increased to 22. His health did go down a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, it's moving down fairly. So I will confirm that flames are effective against these enemies, for those of you guys that do this method. And let's check out what's inside this room. Let's see what we got. Potion of plentiful healing. Of course, I'm going to take that in case if I get myself in a hairy situation. The Dova will use the potion so that way he can stay alive and recover this Elder Scroll and get down to business with Alduin. Are you guys enjoying my previous videos? I hope you guys are. I having a real fun kick-ass time playing Skyrim, and this is funny, I'm just burning him. Like, he's not moving, he's not attacking me, he's just there camping, and he's taking it like a champ. So he took it, and now good night. So now the Dovahkiin is going to be completely honest with you guys about this mission right now that we're doing. It isn't the funnest mission out there, but it is the longest as far as main story wise. And but in a way, I see it as a positive because not only is it a very long video, but it's helping me to my goals to, stay longer on commentary. And hopefully you guys enjoy me, hearing me on commentary. And, I really wanted to make this less boring. So I figured, well, what better way than to speak to everyone out there and give you guys some tips. And for example, right now you see what's going on. Spider did a little bit of work on me. And also that's also good because the heavy armor does increase little by little. And I can imagine like what would it be like if I didn't decide to do commentary. Like I'm pretty sure most of you guys would be like, okay, well this is pretty cool, but I mean, where's the Dovahkiin? Like there's no other perfect time than to get onto commentary and talk to each and every one of us. And so here I am, talking to each and every one of you guys. And isn't that crazy? The sneak just increased to 19. And I didn't even crouch or anything. And I wasn't even sneaking, but I guess to count it, guess I was sneaking from an enemy. I'm not too sure. So we got some good things from that chest. Let's go ahead and look around. See, there's a stone bed. I think about it, I'm like, should I sleep? No. Let's keep this going. So ladies and gentlemen, there was a small edit that was necessary because again, I needed to take a break and wanted to make sure that I stay fresh. And let's get this dwarven spider out of the way. I believe another enemy does come out. And this poor spider's about to die. Good night. So let's go in here. Let's see what's going on. So you see that little red dot on the meter up there did show up, so he's on his way to try to take out the Dragonborn. Will he succeed? Most likely not. But let's see how he tries to succeed. And lockpicking increased to 20. That was a really nice bow, Imperial bow, but no, we don't need it. The one that we have currently right now is really good. I like using that bow because it sets the enemies on fire. And towards the end of my previous video, it did do some pretty critical strikes. Some good critical strikes on that dragon. So our foe is here. Another dwarven spear. This is our second time we meet this enemy in destruction. Oh, got a good attack in there. And it's crazy, guys, because if you go in here, usually he doesn't, go inside. And look at that, that's crazy, he's inside. Usually, like, he'll wait for you till you come out, but he decided to come in. And my unrelenting force only pushed him back a little bit. So the Dovahkiin's gotta be careful and flee a little bit and do some healing. Good thing he's still in there. He's trapped in there. Alright, so let's take out the flames. Let's burn him up a little bit. I don't think it's gonna explode. No, it's not gonna explode, so we're safe. There he is. Ooh. No, it's funny because I am considered a juggernaut kind of in a way because I have been increasing Dovahkiin's heavy armor. But man, these heavy attacks that this enemy's giving. Good night, Dwarven Spear. Thanks for playing. And I am counting on killing some larger enemies. Alright, so he's got nothing that we want. So let's go ahead and continue. Let's heal up a little bit. So guys, are you guys wondering if Dovahkiin will pick the Blades side or the Greybeards? Or how about the Stormcloak or the Imperials? So right here, guys, you want to, when you get to this part, always make sure to go up the stairs on the left that you see there on the right. You want to avoid those traps, deadly traps. And we got Dwarven Spider. Ooh, good strikes. But not good enough. And I hope, yeah, the Stormcloak, I do like the Stormcloak, like the bear, it looks awesome. If you guys have seen the front logo or whatever it's called, I like looking at the bear, it's awesome. So, I think that spider was camping, we saw that little dark room, and let's take him out. One-handed increase to 50. Alright guys, so we are 20 minutes in the video, and we have a good, I would say 35 minutes to go. And we are kind of halfway. I guess when we get to 25 minutes in, we'll be halfway. And again, this isn't the most favorite mission, but it is the longest. And the enemies are pretty strong. So I guess that's another good reason why you want to get your Dragonborn real OP. So that way you can just massacre these enemies and get them out of the way. And just storm on ahead. So this elf, wonder what happened. Looked like he fought, but looks like he got massacred. So we got an orc with the bow and arrow. And there's that level up again. Will the Dovahkiin level up? Of course he'll level up. So what do you guys think of the sparks? It looks pretty cool, huh? The lightning. You don't have enough magicka. And I saw that the sparks weren't as effective as flames. Goodbye, Farmer. And wonder if there's gonna be another enemy. Yeah, there's another enemy. He's right there. And he's also using his bow and arrow. But he ain't gonna hit the Dovahkiin. Hell no, he's not gonna hit the Dova. Let's do a little bit of healing. Oh man, he got that poison in. Not good. Not good at all. So that's why I said getting that potion, Cure of All Disease, comes in handy. Because you can just go ahead and drink that potion up. And all your disease will be cured. And I do believe even poison. I hope I'm correct on that statement. So the Falmar is falling. We defeated him. And let's see, what am I doing? Okay, so I'm going to compare the bows. See, the damage is 14, the weight is 9. And this one is 16 damage with less weight. So I'm just going to go ahead and hold on to both of those bows. And we got our third Falmer. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. Or I guess we'll just call it orcs. Because they do look like orcs. Ugly. Oh, got a good strike in. So I'm going to go ahead and go Steel Dagger on this fool. On this enemy, excuse me. Good night. Thank you for your gold. Damage magicka discovered. So I ate that. Do keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, when you do eat the ingredients, you can discover what effects it has. And you can even use that, I think it's for the alchemy. And you can create like potions and stuff. Because once you eat it, you will discover the new effects that you can combine and create. So we got a lot of enemies going on. I'm actually kind of surprised. Oh, step back. Ha, you missed your swing, Falmar. So what is the Dova doing? Taking out the menu. It's gonna look at the scrolls, the food. Oh, okay. Alright, let's take them out. He's close to his end. Heavy armor's increased to 27. Man, he... Oh! So I believe the health was going down because of the poison, and that farmer fell. But that's okay, because we went ahead and cured. That healing does come in handy. And we've got a skewer. You also want to be careful with these big ass rats, because they can poison you and do some damage as well. So with one good hit with the sword, and should be taken care of. So this was a Felmore that fell, and we still, yeah, say we're like halfway now. We hit the 25-minute mark, so we want to be careful with the fire. And now let's continue our journey. And do keep in mind when you get to this part, guys, I think there's like 2 Felmore in here, and they are kind of effective, especially when they're in groups. So you see right here, I'm burning him, and these 2 guys are very effective. The one with the shield has very good blocking skills, so you wanna avoid him as much as possible. And I'm not doing a good job, but I am taking him out. Damn. So we go ahead and burn them. Now let's go ahead and heal. See how they block your attacks? Like, it's crazy. They have real good blocking skills, but will these 2 have enough to take the Dragonborn? It looks like, oh my god, by a hair. If you guys saw my health meter, like literally by a hair, they almost killed me. And that's the good thing about leveling up. See, I've increased my stamina, and I have one more attribute to increase. So I went ahead and picked up both health and stamina. And do keep in mind, when you do this and your health is low, for example, like you saw mine, check this out. Once I finish here with the perks, you are going to see that everything gets boosted up. And what perks will Adova pick? Conjuration, Destruction. I only have 24, so I need to work more on that. More on the flames, on the sparks, and all these nice perks out there. My light armor, my archery did increase. Do you guys remember when I fought against that huge white troll? That really raised the stats on the archery. So I decided not to increase none of my perks, and you saw right away. Ooh, kill cam. Sword to the neck. Good night. And look at the blood from that Felmore. So we're gonna go ahead and take some arrows. Damage health discovered from Felmore ear. So we're definitely not gonna eat any more of those Felmore ears because we know that it damages our health. So no more eating those ears, which is pretty disgusting. But hey, you do want to discover new things. So I guess this is where they like camp and sleep and stuff. That's pretty cool that they show like how these ugly things live their lives and stuff. Alright, so we felt a little edit. I don't know if you guys felt it, but remember when I said that you can eat the ingredients and you can find out what it discovers? Well, check that out. I decided to do a little bit of alchemy, and I added those, and I made a potion. So I decided to get a little creative on my videos, even though this is just the beginning and I'm gonna go crazy once we finish the main story. But yeah, you know, getting a little creative is always a better, I guess, alternative way, especially when you're playing the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, best freaking game ever. And here we go, guys. So these guys are 3 in a group and they're very effective. I would like to shout out a useful tip, ladies and gentlemen. You can use unrelenting force. You can use your flames to explode, you know, where the gas was, and you know, use your shout and you can burn, you know, these ugly Falmar. And here's a perfect example. I just used the ice shout, and as long as you don't attack them, they stay frozen, I guess for like a good 20 seconds or so. And you gotta love that new shout. Look at that. But he's back to life. So we finished him, and now we got 2 more to go. And I didn't really say this in the beginning of my video, guys, but since we are halfway, if you guys have reached this far, I appreciate it so much. And give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it, since ooh, damage stamina discovered. And resist fire. Yeah, you know, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. The Dovahkiin is using his Fosruda. I'm gonna keep you know what? I'm gonna use that from now on. Every time when I end my commentary, I'm always gonna shout out that nice Fosruda. Because it's just an awesome way, like, I feel, to end the commentary. I hope you guys agree. So here we got 2 flames coming out. I could have used my ice to block it a little bit, but I decided no. We're gonna go ahead and just cut here in the middle, or in the sides rather. And yeah, those three little trolls, man, they were pretty effective. So we're gonna go ahead and collect some ingredients here. Some mushrooms, but I didn't really collect them, I just got 1. And we continue our journey. So you see, yeah, we're getting somewhat close. Still need to go a little bit more the bottom floor. And guys, when you get here, do be careful. There are quite a few foes here. And let's see how the Dovahkiin handles it. So right off the bat, I'm burning this Falmar. And it is doing quite a few damage. So we have one with the shield. And we have another one with just a knife. And then we even have a third one. So now I can level up, which is pretty good. Some Alto wine. Let's eat some of this stuff, so that way the weight can go down. My favorite, the sliced goat cheese. The tomatoes. Of course, my favorite, the wine, the Alto wines. The Dovahkiin can drink so many that he won't even get drunk. And so you see here, I had to use a little bit of potions. And right off the bat, this one has sparks. Oh man, it looks like the Dova almost died. So here comes that handy tool. Guys, that was an edit. I apologize, I kept my time looking at the perks, seeing which ones to increase. And anyways, going back to what I was saying, you know, the health and the stamina goes up each time you level up. So that saved my ass pretty good. And we're gonna take his gold before we deal with this Falmar in the bottom. And that foe is pretty good because he's got a staff of fireballs, and we need to avoid him as much as possible. And he's still throwing fireballs. Will he hit the Dova? See, that ain't gonna work with me. I'm not using spells. Oh, but the sparks did hurt a little bit, so I gotta avoid him. Take out the healing, heal as much as possible before we take out the Falmar. Restoration increased to 29. Man, you know, it's a pain for that restoration perk because I think I gotta reach it to either 40 or 50. Beautiful kill cam. Supposed to be a tough enemy, but nah, not even. I'm just too OP for him. Staff of Firebolts. You see, that staff was pretty effective. I had to avoid him a little bit, not gonna lie. So we see more of these, guess you want to call them tents. Pretty disgusting. And look at that, guys. The way they tortured these poor elves, wood elves. It's disgusting. They had, like, you see hearts, like literally human hearts, and then look at those, oh, the bones covered with blood. Man, the rituals were pretty hardcore, I bet. Disgusting. It's like they almost did, how can you say it? Like they were researching on freaking wood elves and humans and stuff. But they ain't gonna research on the Dragonborn, hell no. As a matter of fact, the Dragonborn is gonna Fusroda the crap out of any enemy that stands in his way. So we're gonna use our health. He's using Frost, which the Nord does have resistance. And let's continue. So we got a group, we got a Frostbite Spider. We already dropped down one Falmor. And you see, ladies and gentlemen, I love using that ice shout. Yeah, you frozen, you can't do anything, what now? So I'm gonna go ahead and continue the battle. So iced them, and now using some fire. And it's crazy how effective the fire can be. So far I have seen some drawbacks on the sparks. Like it doesn't really affect some enemies, but man oh man, does this flames work come in handy. And of course there are more other spells, but I can't think of too many right now at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. And conjuration and stuff like that. If you guys remember, oh, I got poisoned. And take out this spider. Anyways, like I was saying, if you guys remember when I was with Delphine and Esbern, I think it was Esbern, he drawed out an astronaut, if I'm saying it right. I hope I'm saying it right, I apologize if I'm not. It's one of those flaming... Oh, got iced. Those flaming astronaut, I don't really know how to say it. It looked like a woman, but in a flame body. Yeah, you know, it's gonna be real fun when I get to that part later after the main story. I'm not sure if it was at the College of Winterhold, but you guys will definitely see. So sword to the neck. And again, one last time, if I am saying it wrong, what I just said, I do apologize, guys. Heck, in more of my upcoming sharing videos, I will correct myself and will make it even better by taking out all those nice, awesome astronauts, whatever, can't pronounce it. I'm trying the best I can. And so we took out that group of enemies, and we are getting, you know, kind of close. So guys, we have a good, like almost close to 40 minutes, and man, what a crappy trap. Didn't even hit me, it was too slow. Anyways, yeah, we're getting close to 40 minutes and we're almost there. And I'm still on commentary and I'm still talking to each and every one of you. So if we can get in, once we're in 40 minutes, if we can get in another 15, ladies and gentlemen, I just surpassed my own goal. Of course, by staying on commentary for almost an hour long. Man, that is truly amazing. And what's even more amazing is once the Dovahkiin Dragonborn recovers the Elder Scroll, we are going to go ahead and get right to it and see what we find out. Because if you guys remember perfectly in the previous video, They said that it has to do something with time, that even the gods are afraid to use the Elder Scrolls. So that's pretty interesting. And of course, the time was messed up with Alduin and the Nords back in the day. So ladies and gentlemen, be careful. I hit that trap. So when you get to this part, avoid those traps by all means. And I've just been getting poisoned too many times. But it's fine because I'm still on my feet. So right off the bat, this Falmar is at a disadvantage because he has the ice spell. So I'm gonna go ahead and heal up, and then let's use fire against ice. Oh, beautiful kill cam. Man, sliced up his leg down there and then finished him off. His neck, beautiful, loving it. Alright, so let's open the door, let's see what's happening here. And of course, we have more Falmar to handle. Right off the bat, we see two. Interesting, that other one is using sparks. So far, we've seen a lot of them with ice. Good night, Falmar. One more to go. But I do believe... Oh, no, actually, yeah. My favorite one, the one with the staff. But this one is now using ice spikes. So that staff looks like it's pretty much better than the one before. Because one before had fire. And good night. Thanks for playing. So a very important thing coming up that I want to say to each and every one of you, if you are doing this method and you guys don't have Dovahkiin 2-2 OP. So I'm going to share the tip with you guys right now. As soon as I go downstairs, there is a incredible difficult enemy to take care of. So once I push the lever, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. So I activated the lever, the gates are down, and we are going to hit a very difficult enemy again. And I'm going to guide you guys how to kill this foe, especially if you're not too OP. And yes, you see it. The Dwarven. Oh no! So I forgot that the ice form, they resist it. So I'm gonna go ahead and flame him up. And you do want to avoid that smoke mist, whatever you want to call it. It hurts pretty bad. So he's coming, and the thing about these huge enemies is that you can glitch them. Like they do intend to get stuck. If you guys remember that frost troll, I showed you how. Just by climbing up that mountain hill. So right there, oh my god, again! By an inch, by a hair tip. The Dovahkiin was ready to go to his final resting, but of course I ain't gonna let that happen. So if you guys remember, use the fire breath, never use that damn ice against these Dwarven Centurion. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it, but yeah. So here's the glitch, guys. Get right here on this spot and go ahead and snipe him. Right now I'm at a huge advantage because I do have the Falmar arrows, and I do have it, of course, burning the enemies. So the archery increased to 26, so that gives us a huge advantage, and increase the skill perk. And it's funny how you can find these weak spots where these huge, large foes will just not move. And I'm not going to finish him off with the bow and arrow, guys. I'm going to go ahead and make this a little interesting. Let's burn him. I either burn him or I use my shout. But either way, this huge foe will go down. So let's get close to him and just burn him. That's it. Good night. So that's it. So if you guys, again, all you got to do is just come over here. The enemy is super slow, but he will get stuck right there. And all you got to do is just come right here in this spot right here that I'm marking, and get a little bit to your right, like if you're barely just about to fall, and he should be right there, and start sniping. So there you go, guys. Another useful, very useful tip on how you can take these large enemy foes no problem. And I love it because the ice troll gets stuck, and now this dwarven metal piece of crap gets stuck, and we got the key. And that's why it's very important to take him out, because of that key. I don't remember what it was used for. Oh, guys, on the other side, you see the right side of that wall, there is a chest. I believe it's just gold, nothing too valuable. I didn't go there because I wanted to finish the gameplay as fast as I could, especially since it's only 55 minutes that I can reach to. But I did manage to get to a chest, and let's pickpocket. I believe it's only gold. And we are going to open it. So lock picking increased. And we are finally getting closer and closer. So guys, this has been very fun for me, talking to each and every one of you on commentary. Oh, Solo, let's just get out of here. Hasn't there been enough blood? Oh, of course, you want me to leave, just waiting for me to turn my back so you can have all the glory for yourself. Hello? Who's there? So I'm staying hidden, and they found me. So I'm gonna let them fight it out a little bit. But then I get bored a little bit, and I decide to butt in. And I believe I take out the girl out first. And so my boredness hit in. Oh, here we go. Detect life. A new spell just learned, guys, so that's pretty cool. And I'm going to make this a good fight. So I'm going to let him escape because I missed that swing. But this girl wants a piece of the Dragonborn, so we're going to go ahead and give it to her. And you thought I was just a pretty face. Well, you kind of are a pretty face. Oh, see that blood? Get that. I'm going to enjoy this. Yeah, you're going to enjoy getting burned. That's what you're going to enjoy. So she's using a shield, a heavy shield, so that's pretty smart. I like her fighting tactics. I'll kill you where you stand. You wish. Oh, sword right inside the gut of poor Umna. Hope I'm saying it right. And before we activate that to go downstairs, I promised you guys I was going to finish off this one dude that we saw earlier, and there he is. Let's go ahead and finish him off. You're a dead man. Well, let's find out. I don't look like I'm the dead man. As a matter of fact, you're the dead man. Not only did you get burned, but you went to Imperial Hell, whatever it's called. I know that you went because you were a very nasty person. You wanted to kill that poor girl. So that's how I'm focused and knowing that you went straight down there. Alright guys, so we are going to fast forward. Once the fast forward finishes, once we skip it, I will let each and every one of you know why I did what I have to do. So in a little bit of seconds it's gonna happen. So here we go, fast forward time. Welcome back, everybody. So that fast forward was necessary, the Black Reach, and now we're on our way to the tower. It was very, very necessary for that fast forward because all I did was I wanted to avoid enemies. There were so many enemies, and in the beginning, when you saw that there, when I entered, if you go inside that little hut in the bottom or house, that is where you can collect all those near roots that I've been telling you about, and that place in particular is very important. Ooh, of course, many, many parts later, I will show each and every one of you out there what I mean. But yes, I did wanted to throw in that useful tip. And there were so many enemies to avoid, so I just went ahead and ran straight forward because the Dovahkiin wants to get to the bottom of the main story and finish it. I do believe we are a little bit more halfway in the story, and so that's a real relief to know. What's also another relief, guys, is we only have 4 minutes to go, and the Dovahkiin has successfully completed his commentary for pretty close to an hour and much better expectation. So in a little bit, guys, you're going to feel an edit. It's coming up in a little bit. The edit was also necessary because, again, I take too much time. So it's going to happen right now. So there, the edit happened. I had to split some time off because I was making sure all my items were good. So right here, guys, all you have to do is activate the button once, the first one to your right. Then you activate the one to the left once, twice, and a third time. So now you'll notice that the third button opened. So remember, it's one time, three times, and then one time here, and then another time. So that's two, and the last button activated. So we will go ahead and press it once, and voila, Elder Scroll time. And that's all to it. So we're gonna go ahead and collect the Elder Scroll finally. 53 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen, just to collect the Elder Scroll. But of course it'd take even much more longer than that. So we finally completed our task, and now on the next part we are going to read the Elder Scroll at the Time Moon. Guys, don't forget to pick up the lexicon, because you do want to give it back to Septimus. And Septimus, you know, we owe him. And so now another edit. There's the edit. I wanted to make sure everything was in good condition. And we are finally reaching the end of the video. Guys and girls, if you have heard my voice, the whole commentary, if you watched the whole gameplay, man, I'm more than appreciative. I'm gonna let you know right now, I freaking love you, because not only was this video and this commentary super long, but I did really try my best to entertain you and to keep you guys into details on what's going on. And again, if you stayed with me since the beginning, listening to my horrible voice, then you are freaking awesome. And again, guys, I'm going to say, please leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed my commentary, if you love listening to the Dovahkiin, and he should continue. Again, leave me a thumbs up and subscribe. I always love to see new subscribers. I love each and every one of you that are subscribed to me right now, but of course, new ones, welcome. And let's keep the show going. On the next part, I believe I won't be on commentary, but you do want to stay because it will be a very fun video to watch. Alright guys, well, the Dragonborn is finally signing out. Dragonborn out. Fuss Radar.